Bonjour mon ami, ça va? Welcome to Vic and Vern Sports Chat. Moi, c'est Vern.
What? Seven. Jean-Pierre, how you doing?
Ah, très bien mon ami, très bien.
Welcome to the Defcon. Jeez, you see, you took my breath away with all your French crap.
Mon ami.
Welcome to the Defcon Rugby Show. What a weekend of rugby we had. I mean, the Six Nations was sensational from from an excitement point of view. I don't know if you're a defensive coach, if you're all too happy with all what's going on. And like I said, didn't I tell you the Scottish were going to bottle it?
They did.
I told you, if they can't have their whiskey, their haggis, and their fried Mars bars on tap, meaning playing at home, they are cuck.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? Are we playing them at home in the championships, or do we go to Scotland?
I think we're playing them at home.
They're going to get killed. I mean, they gave 40 points against France at their home game. The Bockel will score 100. I mean, let's be honest. Unless they sign Jon Penix, Zach Berger, and the two Hendricks brothers become Scottish by their navy. But not even then they got a chance.
Sure, the Palmer. Good afternoon.
Nah, but listen, Six Nations. Let's get into it. It was a fantastic tournament. I don't want to poo-poo it or anything like that. It was good. Let's have a look at. I got the last 2 weeks of the results. Look, Ireland were I liked Ireland. So, but look, let's be honest. Scotland didn't turn up.
Oh, come on, Vic. It wasn't that bad for about.
No, you know what this is. You know what Ireland were doing with the Scottish. It's like when you give a dog a bone, right? You give him the bone. You can lick the bone. You take it away. Or you can lick it again. He takes it away. That's what they did with the Scots. They went up by 2 tries and then they let the Scots score a try. And like 30 seconds later, the Irish scored another try just to make it always the nice distance.
You can't do that. That's cruelty to animals, Vic.
Well, the Irish should be charged for cruelty to Scots. Because they gave them always like, well, come on, make it try, make it interesting. You know, that the people on TV think it's interesting. And the minute they made it interesting, the Irish would go, and now we're going to whack you again. And that's just the bottom line. The Irish were never out of control of that game. Scotland didn't have a chance.
No, it didn't look like it, no.
No, they didn't turn up.
But listen here, with that game, I thought Jameson Gibson Park played amazing. Absolutely fantastic. Gator McCluskey, Vic. Gator
What's his name?
McCluskey. Stuart, I call him Gator.
Me too. He's Gator, man.
Gator was amazing.
Man, he chomped them like a gator would chomp you in the Everglades, man. He was fantastic.
I think he is, I call it the new person to come out of the Six Nations. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he wasn't on my radar before.
Look, I must say, big boost for the Irish when Bandake came off the bench. You can see they needed him.
I thought he was banned, man.
Nah, I thought he was okay. The kicking was good as well. They got to keep, listen here, if you Farrell, right, you got to keep Pendergast away from the starting lineup.
He wouldn't see an Irish shirt if I was coach anymore.
And you know, that's kind of the problem that England have. You know, if we talk about England, they're chopping and changing their fly halves and stuff like that. In the key positions, you can't chop and change. Unless you have world class. I mean, you know, the French can drop Dupont, and if Lucu comes in, it's not a problem.
No.
You know, or the New Zealanders, they can drop Curtis Ratima because Cam Roygaard's coming in. You know,
it's a luxury.
It's a luxury problem, but you can't do that if you're England because you don't have any luxury problem. Me personally, Marcus Smith is their best player. He came on and he gave it to the French bird. I don't understand why this boy's not on. He's definitely better than Finn Smith and Finn Baxter. I mean, you know, they should make Finn soup out of these boys, man.
Yeah, but listen here, that was a very tight game with the French there. A great game.
Listen here, you knew it. You knew exactly how this was going to play out, right? It wasn't a surprise to me that they got the penalty. And you knew, it didn't matter if it was in their half, in his own half, on his own fucking try line. Ramos was going to kick that. If it was 100 meters or 500 meters, he was going to make it.
Listen, you know what really made me happy What made me happy is to see old Henry Park going like this to the crowd when they scored the try with 3 minutes to go, going like this to the crowd and animating it.
But you know, I want to tell you something now.
Wait. And then I got to choose my words wisely now. Be nice. And then
Be civil.
I'm going to be civil. I'm not going to say what I want to say.
Because what you say is wrong.
He got proven wrong.
But you know what? I love the kid. He's the best thing that's happening to English rugby. He's the best thing that's happened to the Six Nations. He's a good thing for world rugby. He gets people talking about rugby. He gets the blood boiling. You need people. He is with his antics and everything. He's like Bucky's Puerto with his dirtiness. Everybody's talking about Bucky's all the time because he's a dirty sod. Everybody's talking about Pollard because he's an arrogant little prick. But it's good for rugby. Every team needs one of those. I mean, England got two of them. They got Morrow Toshi. There's always fucking complaining.
They got Marcus Smith. They got Owen Farrell. They got a whole lot of them.
Marcus Smith is a nice guy. There you go. You need that in rugby. You need England. No, put it this way. The rugby world needs everybody else other than the English to hate the English. The South Africans, we need everybody else to hate us. Well, they hate in any case.
Exactly.
But South Africa too, you know? You need that person that riles the other people up a little bit. That's good for the sports, man.
Definitely. But listen, forget about the English. I want to talk about the French. I want to talk about
what is Mr. fucking what's the dumbass's name that runs the country now?
Macron.
Yeah, did he phone you up and give you money to talk about the French or what?
Not yet, but I hope he does. I'm very viable. I'll send out my account number, no problem.
But let's talk about the French. Look, the French. Let me tell you this one thing. You got 50 points against you against Scotland. The English scored 46. You lost to South Africa in the summer when they were down to 12 men, and you still lost after being up at halftime by a lot. I'm telling you now, they've got all the talent in the world, but they've got all the arrogance in the world as well. I mean, you know, they've got arrogance like the Saudis have got oil.
Yeah.
They're an arrogant bunch of bastards.
They are an arrogant bunch of bastards, but they are a talented bunch of bastards.
Look, Beard Buddy, let's be honest. Right about now, he's the best rugby player on the planet.
Yes.
I mean, what he's doing, but look, let's be honest. The English backline are slower than Harry Maguire. He's not doing that against New Zealand, and he's not doing that against South Africa because the boys can catch him. The boys can catch him. A Caleb Clark or all these boys, they're going to catch the boy. They'll run him down. The English are basically on walkers. I mean, come on strollers.
Yeah. I want to talk about the French pack, and I wasn't convinced with the French pack either. The English actually were better in the pack.
The French pack, okay. The Irish pack is better. The Scottish pack is better. The English pack is better, and the Italian pack is better. French, you will not win a World Cup with that style of rugby.
No.
It's great. I mean, what pissed me off the most is that fucking pile of blue shirts. I mean, that was a disgrace. And then before the tournament, I mean, let's be honest, the French won their World Cup on the weekend. That's their World Cup. Because that's about all they're going to win. I mean, they had the show at the beginning of the game. I thought I was watching the bloody Olympics. They had horses on the field and knights and people flying in and all this. It was like this bigger show. And there was fireworks going off like it was the fucking 4th of July. Or no, what is it? In France, it's the 14th of July. You thought it was like, wow, they just won the World Cup. And the game hadn't even started. And then they got pummeled at the beginning by the English because they thought they'd won the game before the game got started.
I just think that French backline is electric. You got Dupont, Mathieu Chalabert.
He's good, man.
You've got Louis Bielbarri. Yes. You've got Thomas Ramos there doing the kicking. You've got Deportier in there as well. You've got a lot.
Look here. Okay, you say that's world class. Okay, nah. I'm not going to even take South Africa because people think I'm biased now because we're not that good at 9 and 10. I'm going to take the New Zealanders. Cam Roy got at 9. Anyone at the Barracks, I don't give a fuck which one it is. Or Mackenzie. We'll put Mackenzie at 10. We'll go Cam Roy got at 9, Mackenzie at 10. Then you've got Caleb Clark, Will Jordan. I mean, they've got a better back line than the French.
I'd have to disagree.
Come on. And I haven't even talked about South Africa.
Disagree.
Man, South Africa, we have to start at 11 because you can't start at 9 and 10. Fucking hell.
No.
There you go. But let's shout out these top boys here first. I mean, he was sensational. He must be the man of the match on Saturday, even though Ramos made that final kick. But for me, the man of the Six Nations is this man. Without this man, the French are lost without him. Let's be honest. You take him away from France. I don't care. You can come with Jalabert and stuff like that. Jalabert is not even on the same fucking level as this boy. This boy is by far the best kicker. I'm not talking about fullback. I'm talking fly half, scrum half, whoever wants to fucking kick. Oxen Che kicks on. I don't care who kicks. There isn't a better kicker on the planet than this man right now.
I have to concur.
If somebody from another planet came to me and said, listen here, we are going to take a laser and atomize you, but you've got a guy that can kick from 60 meters, you could choose anybody on the planet. I'm choosing this guy to save my life. You would choose Sasha or Marnie, I know.
Fuck off, man.
So you'd be like Star Trek, beam me away and you never come back. This guy's unbelievable. And the balls that he has. I mean, you know, he's not putting them like left or just inside the post. Every freaky kick is in the middle of the posts. When they could put those posts 3 meters, they could close it down, but it's only a meter wide. And you put it straight through the middle there. This guy's unfucking believable.
He's phenomenal.
I'm starting to like the French. Something wrong, dude.
Formidable.
No, we don't go that far. But he's
Let's check out
good.
the Italy against Wales, a Wales-Italy game.
Disappointed in Italy. Totally disappointed in Italy. Bunch of posers. That is exactly why they are cuck. You come out, you play great against England. Listen here. And then they were feeling themselves again, you know. They were in too much spaghetti, too much vino. They thought, we'll go to Wales and we'll just walk over them. You're not walking over any team in World Rugby, I'm sorry. If you don't turn up, you get beat. I don't care if you play fucking Georgia or Afghanistan. If you don't turn up, you get beat.
Listen here, I did that game.
Rather you than me.
Wales came out fighting. Wales came out and put a decent first half in there. When they made 28 points in the first half, the Italians made 0. And then the second half, the Italians rocked up. So I think the Italians were still a bit hungover against the England game.
But then you're not professional.
The only Italian that actually did play really well was old Menoncello.
Menoncello's bust. But listen, I want to go to the standings, not the world standings, the Six Nations standings. There you go. Look, I'm going to tell you about my Six Nations. Okay. So France deservedly won it. Actually thought the best team in the Six Nations were Ireland. I thought Ireland were better than France in the Six Nations. They won the same amount of games and stuff like that. It was the bonus points. And of course, let's be honest, the whole Six Nations went for France because they played the big boys all at home.
True.
Ireland had to go to France. Ireland had tough games. If you look at Ireland's defense was solid. They had the best defense out of all the teams there. That was solid. Second best defense was Italy, surprisingly enough. So I would say, for me, French, they won it because they had the 2 best players in the Six Nations. The 3 best. Dupont, Bilbari, and Ramos. With those 3 that they dominated. But I would say that for me, who played the best were the Irish. The biggest, how do you say, surprise for me were the Scots.
Oh, definitely.
On their home form, their away form is atrocious. Let's be honest, they wouldn't beat fucking Namibia away from home. That's how cuck they are at home. Italy, I would have had Italy as my surprise team, but they disappointed me in the last game against Wales. England were a shit show all the way through. The pundits made it sound like they're the greatest team in the world again because they lost 48-46. I was doing that game, I was about to freak out. Everything is world class and the world's best and the world's this and this. But You've had your worst Six Nations ever, and they're still talking about world class. And Wales were, for me, I must applaud Wales. Because, let's be honest, everybody and their dog on this planet thought Wales were going to go 0-5 and get fucking hammered every game.
Yeah. If you saw the first two games where Wales got hammered, that was the French game and the English game. I mean, afterwards, the Irish game, they played really well. Then the Scots game, they actually should have won.
They should have won against Scotland, yeah.
They should have won that one if they were a bit more cleverer. And the Italy game, there was no discussion there at the end.
Yeah. So, but overall, a good Six Nations, Vern. A good Six
Fantastic,
Nations.
man.
Very exciting.
Still a tier 2 competition.
Now, what I'd say is, if I'm ranking the excitement of the Six Nations out of 10, I'd give it a 10 out of 10 for excitement.
Passion.
Everything that was there. If I'm ranking the quality of the games and the quality of some of the defense, I'm looking at a 6 or a 7.
Yeah. I mean, it was...
I'm nitpicking. I'm nitpicking. I'm being a little bit of a prick.
No, but listen, the singing of the national anthem, the crowds were amazing. The passion, the aggression, everything was fantastic.
I mean, there was a moment in all of these games when we did the Italy against England game, right?
Yeah.
When I saw the Italian boys bawling their eyes out, I knew the English were in trouble. They wanted that win more than they wanted. They would tell you, if you had told Italy before the competition started, you're going to lose to Wales, you're going to lose to Scotland, Ireland, and France, but we guarantee you beat England. The bloody Italians would have signed that one off.
Yeah.
There you go. But that's the Six Nations for this year. Wrapped up. Next year's Six Nations is going to be very interesting because, it's in a World Cup year, so we'll know a lot more. Let's have a look at the world standing because a few things have changed. I've got it in a new format at the bottom there. Of course, South Africa's still on top there, ahead of New Zealand. They don't get any points because they didn't play. Ireland comfortably third there, ahead of France. I don't know how that works, but yeah, okay. Argentina in fifth, England to sixth. Scotland and England. Had Scotland won against Ireland, that would have been ahead of England in the world runnings. That was Australia are then eighth, Fiji in ninth, and Italy. You look at the teams from fifth in Argentina all the way to Italy. It's only a 5-point difference, huh? The Italians are the biggest climbers. They did really, really well. But we'll see now. The Summer Nations Championship will change a lot as well because North and South will be playing against each other.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Then, of course, there was... we'll go Super Rugby now. We'll go Super Rugby this weekend. Some crazy results in the Super Rugby, yeah?
There's always one or two crazy results, man.
Man, let's be honest. The way that I did the Drua against Brumbies game, the Drua was sensational. They played there in Bar, in Fiji, beautiful place. Shit, I need to go there. They were so passionate. They were so good. What a game by Fiji. Brumbies are a little bit on the slide here after losing to the Reds.
Yeah.
Crusaders, Highlanders, another good game. Reds, Waratahs, Vern. Waratahs, I thought the Waratahs would do better.
I did too, but listen, pick up the Reds, man.
Look, for me, if I'm looking at it, I think Moana Pacific is the weakest team.
Definitely, yeah.
If they and the Force would play on neutral ground, I'd go with the Force. Yeah, it's a pity. It's a pity. Let's look at the table, man. Look, there was some performances again. Look, Will Jordan there for the. Jeez, that boy can play, man. The Drua, Lomani, the fly-off, the captain for the Drua. This is the second game in a row, and he plays 80 minutes every game, right? He plays scrum half for 55, 60 minutes. And then he goes to the wing, and when they change again, then he goes and plays the fullback. He can play 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This guy's phenomenal, man. He is phenomenal. But the Blues got a nice team. I have got the Blues winning the championship this year, don't forget that. Then let's look at the table. The beginning was all Aussie, now it's all New Zealand. But you've got 3 teams on top of the log there, all with 15 points. Hurricanes, obviously, with a game less. Chiefs didn't play this week, they're in 4th. The Reds, the Waratahs, the Crusaders down there is still in 8th. Fiji and Drua also still hanging on, so not far off from a playoff spot. Play at home again this weekend. Western Force and Moana, I don't think their positions changed this year.
No.
But we're going to have a lot of good games this weekend coming up. I can tell you that. We're not going to get into them today. We do that on Friday.
Yep.
Then we've got to go to the Sevens Vern. I know it's not big, but I have to make it a little bit bigger here so that people can see it. It's going to cover us for a second here, a little bit more like that. And then I'll cover Vern a little bit like that. Look, we'll start at the top. There. For the men, Spain came in 7th. Great Britain came in 8th for the men. France came in 6th. 5th. New Zealand came in 6th. Not a good sevens from New Zealand this year. Argentina came in 3rd there, beating Australia, who came in 4th. And then, of course, the final, the two best teams in sevens, both on the exact same amount of points. What everybody wanted, winner takes all, and the Blitzbokker beat Fiji 10-7.
Good stuff, man.
Then on the women's side, Canada came in 7th, beating Britain. Then people always ask me, Vic, why you say Britain are not Great Britain? Because they're not fucking great, that's why. Then France beating Japan 19-15 to come in 5th. From Japan 6th. Then 3rd was the United States beating Fiji, who came 4th. And the final, that was another cracking final, the second week in a row that it goes down to the last seconds of the game. But New Zealand beat Australia. That's going to go on for a few years, those two fighting it out there. They've both got fantastic teams. I can't actually wait now it's a pity there's not like a women's World Cup or anything, because I think it would have been interesting this year, Let's have a look at the standings there at the sevens at the end. So South Africa won it for the men, New Zealand won it for the women. The wooden spoon, Great Britain. They were great wooden spoon.
Great wooden spoon.
There you go. So have a look at this. I'm going to go over the whole screen here. That's your women's winning team. I mean, they got Sorrison McGee. They got, what's her name? Jorah Miller out there. They got such a fantastic team. The New Zealand women's unbelievable. And then, of course, the Blitzbokker, they won that trophy as well. They're in New York. What a good win for them. Well done.
Fantastic stuff, man.
Sevens. I'm enjoying the sevens. It's over for this season now. And, lots of them will come now back. A lot of the South African seven players come back to play their Currie Cup teams now. So we'll see. Then we had the URC. Tell us about the URC, Bert.
Well, there were the two games there, Connaught against Scarlets and Edinburgh against Ulster. Both teams are a bit undermanned because the main players are away.
They're not all men or equal.
Yes. Connaught beat the Scarlets 31-14. Edinburgh lost to Ulster 19-40. That was a big one. And then the big game on Saturday. The Bulls against the Stormers, Vic. What was your prediction in that one? The Stormers are going to get hammered, I think your prediction was.
Yeah, but people don't understand.
Wait. Just to say, fuck all.
No, I'm just writing.
I also predicted that the Bulls were going to hammer.
I'm just trying to write. I don't give a shit about the Stormers, the Bulls, or the Lions. I've got enough problems with my shorts, okay?
Yeah. But it was, listen to that Bulls-Stormers game, 1932 for the Stormers at Loftus. But I must say something, that game, the Bulls just didn't turn up.
Bern, that has been the story of all the South African teams this year. They are so inconsistent. The only consistency they have is inconsistency.
Really? I watched that game. They dropped, they must have knocked the ball on at least 10 times, the Bulls. And they just didn't rock up. Would
you be surprised now? The Stormers, great game. Go up to Loftus, beat the Bulls. Next week they're at home against the Dragons. Wouldn't surprise me if they lose that game.
It wouldn't surprise me at all.
Because that's the way it is. They are like on a roller coaster. All of these teams. I mean, look, let's have a look at the table quickly. We'll look at the top half of the table. I don't have to worry about my teams on the top half. Look, you've got 3 South African teams in the top, but it's still Glasgow on top ahead of the Stormers, Ulster, and then Leinster, all on the same amount of points. Cardiff right behind us. A lot can still change there. Even Munster with 39 points. The top 6 are really close, Vern.
They're close.
I mean, wouldn't be surprised at the end. Munster's 1 and Glasgow 6. All things can change there. The Lions are hanging on there for that playoff, their first ever playoff spot.
I'd be very happy for the Lions.
And the Bulls, look, we know the running of the Bulls is easy. They've got a lot of home games. They've got 4 home games. Huh?
They should have won against the Stormers.
Yeah, but they got 4 home games. Let's look at the bottom half of the table there. We'll find my Sharks there. Connacht, Osprey still in the hunt, I would say, definitely. Sharks can only make the playoffs if they win 6 out of 6.
They're not doing that.
And that's not happening. Edinburgh this year also very disappointing in Edinburgh this year. Benetton, Dragons, Scarlet, separate, kind of where you expected them. But let's be honest, if you look at Benetton, the Dragons, they only got 4 points less than the bloody Sharks. And the Sharks got 20 Springboks.
Yeah.
So they cuck, let's be honest. We know the Sharks are cuck. Then this week was the Japanese League. I'll put out the games. Vern, you'll tell us about those games.
The Sungalad had, early in the week, they had the Sungalad against the Dinobors there. That was 15-34 for the Dinobors.
What kind of horse?
Dinobors.
Dinobors. I thought you said horse. No. We don't have horse on the channel. Well, maybe.
But let's get into it because I did a bit of research on the games. The Kubota Spears lost to the Saitama Wild Knights, and Malcolm Marks played for the Spears. Didn't score any tries or anything. But Lut de Jager, who plays for the Wild Knights, did not play. So I don't know what he's got.
He's in South Africa. He got operated.
He got operated, okay.
Yeah.
And then Damon Delinde played. He scored a try, so good stuff for him.
Must.
Then we had the Mi Honda Heat losing out to the Cannon Eagles there, 26-31. Franco Mostert played there for the Heat. And Pablo Montero, the Argentinian international, scored a try there for the Heat as well. Then for the Cannon Eagles, Faf is back, man. Faf is playing back there for the Cannon Eagles. But Jesse Creel was not in the team sheet at all.
But can I ask you something? Faf has been gone missing for 2 years now.
Yeah, but he's back.
Okay.
Then we had the Black Rams Tokyo beating the Shizuka Blue Revs 37-33. The man PJ Pananara, the New Zealander, scoring a try there for the Black Rams. Quagga Smith for the Blue Revs did not play. And Sunele Nohamba also, they didn't play for the Blue Revs. So I don't know what's going on there. The Kobe Steelers absolutely hammered the Dinobors there 61-10. Luke Hanya who plays for the Dinobors, did not play. I don't know why. But the old man, Brody Retallick, scored a try there for the Steelers. And our man, Artie Surveyor, also scored a try for the Steelers. So good stuff there.
Isn't the coach from New Zealand still coach of the Steelers?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Then we had Tokyo Verblitz, which you don't even have. Verblitz against the D-Rocks. Verblitz beating that one 59-19. Jasper Visser didn't play for the D-Rocks. So.
Okay. But that's why they lost.
And Peter Steph-Toy is not there anyway. He's injured, so he's not playing either.
He's also back in Cape Town.
And then last but not least, we've got the Tokyo Sun Goliath beating the Brave Liptus there 60-21. Cheslin Colby, Vic, scoring 2 tries, making 2 penalties, and 6 conversions. We have a kicker.
Well, see, we don't have a problem. We don't need Sasha, we don't need Mani, we don't need Andre Polo. We just use old Cheslin as our new number 10.
Doing fantastic. Old Michael Leach there for the Brave Lifters scored a try, and Richie Mwanga with 3 conversions.
Michael Leach is 347 years old.
He is. He's the same age as Dion Faree, who played for the Stormers.
I thought you were going to say he's the same age as you. But, okay. No, he's even younger. There you go. So that's our Defcon Rugby show for today. Now, listen, we're going to tell you about what. We'll take this away quickly. Let's have a look at the Japanese table just quickly. So it is Kobe Steel ahead of the Wild Knights and Kubota Spears. Then the Sun Goliath, and at the bottom, Cannon Eagles. But they did win a game on the weekend. Urazu, D-Rocks not doing too well. Mitsubishi Dinobors, Mi Honda Heat.
I still got one thing more to say though.
Go for it.
Marty Lepoc, your favorite player.
Marty.
He plays for in the second division in Japan for the Kinetsa Liners. They won their game against the Vortex, and Marnie scored 4 conversions, but he got a red card as well.
Okay. All right.
But they are top of the second division, so maybe next year he'll be up there in the first division, which would be cool.
So now what I want to tell you guys is on Wednesday there's a special show. We're going to have no URC, no Japan Rugby, no nothing. Vern's going to come up with his World 15. Do we go 15 or do we do the reserves as well?
Ooh. Let's do the reserves as well.
So that's how we can sneak some of our favorite players in there. Okay, so we're going to do our world, our best team in the world, 23 players, 15 starters, 8 reserves. Vern has his team, I have my team. We'll go through it. And then we'll see if we can build a team together afterwards. So that's going to be the show. And if you guys would like to join, let me put that out there quickly. If you would like to join and let us know who you think is your Rugby World 23, there you go. I've got to find the bloody stuff all the time. There you go. There's the email. Send us an email with your World 23. In the header of the email, or so in the subject, just put World 23 as the subject. And we'll put yours up in, and we'll see how close yours is to ours and all that. Because I can tell you now, I'm going to be pissing off a lot of people, especially the South Africans, because I'm not going to have a lot of. There's not that many Springboks in my team. Maybe 5, 6 out of 23 max.
That's a lot.
And that's a lot, because a lot of them playing cuck at the moment. I've got about 4 or 5 Frenchies, I can tell you that now. I've got 2 Irishmen in there.
Yeah, I got a couple.
Yeah, I got an Argentinian, I got an Italian in there.
I've even got an Aussie.
I got a Scotsman in there. Maybe 2, depending on my 23 now, we'll see. But join us for that on Wednesday, same time, same place, 1700 Central European Time. It's going to be a lot of fun. Guys, thank you. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. We're on our way to 150,000. Would be cool if we could reach the 150,000 before July 4th, before that Nations Cup starts.
That would be cool, man.
Guys, that's me. I'm out. Adios.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.